There is an industrial building on a major road with 25,000 car traffic count. The owner died and the son is selling. Property rents for 1 to 150 per square foot. They have it listed for 1 per square foot to buy, and I got him to verbally agree on 75 per square foot on purchase price. The building needs some love, but the son wants to sell. They have a loan to a relative for about 150,000, but otherwise the place is free and clear. What would be some creative ways to approach this? I thought seller finance with the small down so I can fix it up and then place and rent it and refinance him out.
So really the key thing here is figure out as much as you can possibly on the loan they own to a family member. So you're trying to buy an industrial building, the owner wants to sell, the son wants to sell, right? The son wants to sell?
Yes.
And they owe some family member 150,000. When somebody owes, the key question is, Alex, you're here, so tell me, what is the selling price? I'm curious to know, so I
600, and it's not locked in at 550, but the son came back and said he'll take my offer.
And you offered him 550, right?
Yeah.
So, and how much do you want to put down? That will be ideal for you.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying, is as little as I can, so that, because it needs some love, so I'd put as little down as I can, but 10, 15, 20% is doable.
Okay. So you can actually tell them, the conversation will go like this. I would like to get the property under contract. I'd like to make you a payment that will cover your payment to your family member and will put a lot of money in your pocket for the equity that you have. So I'm serious. I'm willing to give you, let's say, 50,000 upfront, and I'm gonna invest in the property about 100,000. If I don't, you can do it as a lease with an option to buy, or you can do it as a purchase seller carry back. The least scary for a non-sophisticated seller is to tell them, I want to lease it with an option to buy, because they understand the lease. And then they're gonna say, an option to buy, how does that work? I will give you, let's say, $5,000 for the lease deposit and 50,000 toward an option to buy at 550. See my point? So it's really two agreements. One is a rental agreement with a deposit of, say, I don't know, let's say 3,500 a month or something, and one with 50,000 that's an option to buy. So long as your lease agreement is on good standing, you'll have the right to exercise your option to buy within, let's say, 2 years. Always give yourself an extension. So if it's 2 years, and if I can't exercise in 2 years, I'll pay an extra 50,000 to extend another year. That just happened to me in reverse, by the way. I had somebody that was supposed to exercise an option with me on November 5th. He just called me, said he got sued by a big company, and he needs time because he needs to countersue them, etc. And it worked to my advantage, because I said, okay, well, I'll give you extra time and I want to charge you more on the purchase price. And he agreed. And we handled it all the way till 7 p.m. last night. It was beautiful. Why? He got what he wanted. I got what I wanted. And now he's more relaxed to handle his lawsuit. So you give yourself, you don't know what's going to happen 2 years from now. Maybe you want to walk away. You say 50,000 loss is fine with me or whatever. Or maybe you're going to say, oh my gosh, the thing went up to, based on your work, went up to 750. You want to exercise your option. Also add in your contract that you have the right to assign that lease with option to purchase based on the same terms. This is an important clause that most people forget, all right? And you can rewind this and listen to the details, because I'm throwing a lot of details at you later. So now the seller is going to say, okay, well, 550, I'm going to get 50, is going to go toward the purchase price. 500,000 will be paid in 2 years. Okay, 500,000 at 6%. Because if you close, if they say, no, I want to sell it and I'll carry the financing. If you actually close, you should be paying a seller 6% now because the interest went up. That's 30,000 a year. Divided by 12, that's 2,500 a month. So if you offer them a lease payment of $2,500 a month, it's going to sound great. And tell them I'm taking it as is. I'm going to invest in it. And if I don't exercise my option within the 2 years or the extension period that I got, you get to keep the improvement. You get to keep my $50,000, all what I paid. Anytime two parties are transacting, one is taking more risks than the other. So if you reduce that risk by telling them, I'm going to give you this, I'm going to give you that, I'm going to make you a payment. Now, if they borrowed from somebody $150,000, it's very interesting because you can even tell them, I'm going to make, see what the payment is. Maybe their payment is $2,000 a month. You don't know. So try to get that info so you can make it worth their while. I've had a situation like this where I was buying and they owed money to another party. And they told me, oh, we don't want to pay taxes on the payment. So how about you make the full payment to them so we can pay them off in a year? Great. Whatever the need is when you are presenting or selling, there are two parts you're trying to figure out. What is it you're trying to do? What is it that they need, want, desire? Okay? So that's really, they accepted your offer on the price, now work on the terms.